Joe Rogan Podcast, check it out.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan Podcast by night, all day.
Hola, ladies and gentlemen. Dr.Gravis here. Welcome to the world's worst and shortest podcast. By popular demand, we've been greenlit for another episode. Yippee, woohoo, yay. For today's topics, I didn't really plan it out. I don't plan out any of this shit. So, I'm just gonna riff. What's up with TikTok these days, am I right? Like, they're so wussy with their little restrictions here. Like, I got banned for calling, not banned, I got a warning for calling, that one girl from Spider-Man's girlfriend, calling her a hoe. Yeah, I got a warning for that. Like, and they told me it was hate speech too. Like, that shit ain't hate speech, brother. That shit's real speech, by my estimation. That shit's real. Nothing fake about it. I mean, look at her next movie. It's a tennis movie where she, like, breaks her leg or something and she starts sleeping with a bunch of boys. If that doesn't spell ho, 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 then I don't know what does. But yeah, I'm really flustered with TikTok because I can't post what I want to post on there. Because the littlest, perceived, hatred, will get me banned for sure, or get me a strike. And a strike is no bueno because I'm trying to feed my kids and bathe the birdies in my garden. Water bill is pretty expensive. But I mean, whatever, man. Like I hope the United States government does ban you from our American soil. Red, white, and blue. I hope they take care of you. Because personally, the way you treat a true American patriot, it's disgusting. It's filthy. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Where's my patriot discount? I can't say veteran because I've never served and I never wish to. But if you want to serve in the greatest country in the world, www.goarmy.com. They have a lot of jobs, a lot of opportunities for young men and women. You want to feed that creative mind? I mean, go into the army. It's going to be the best decision you have ever made or ever will make. So, that's the type of shit you ought to be on. Everybody wants to be a YouTuber. Everybody wants to be an influencer. Blah, 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 blah. How about be somebody that detects mines in Afghanistan? How about that? Don't you think that's a little more righteous than posting silly little dances on your reels or something? How about you do something with your life? But yeah, let me tell you a little more about myself. I really my name's Dr. Gravis. I'm a gynecologist. I graduated from the University of Texas Tech, class of 2022. And yeah, I've been unemployed for a big part of my after collegiate career. I've been pretty unemployed. I don't understand why. I thought to myself going into school, the world needs more people who practice in gynecology. Women outnumber men like, I don't know, I think it's like 5-1 or something. And I thought, oh, it's going to be booming, and it turns out it wasn't. And women don't want, a boy, looking at them down there, conducting his, sympathy, quote unquote. And I mean, more power to you, ladies, but, I'm qualified for this type of work. You should not feel uncomfortable when I conduct business matters down there. I'm only trying to, better your safety. You don't want gonorrhea to go unchecked down there, right? You don't want any pesky crabs, crawling up in there. Uh, I'm a real nice, classy guy. You know, you should give me a chance, all right? Let me do what I was born to do, and that was to be a gynecologist. Isn't that funny? Some people are born onto this earth to flip burgers and serve French fries, and others are born on this earth to commit heinous crimes and get away with it repeatedly. But that's the world we inhabit. I'm calling on to God. Hey man, maybe we need another flood, or maybe another meteor or something. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to heaven if the rapture happens. I'll be on the planet Earth witnessing you know, Ezekiel or whatever the fuck their names is, do battle with a bunch of demons and shit. That'll be pretty exciting. Maybe I'll lose my virginity then. Maybe a succubus can emerge from the ground and grab my manhood away from me. But we live troubled times. I can't remember the last time I had a happy memory. Um, we have wars, we have famine, we have, we have influencers running the world, running the show. And all I want to be is a fucking, all I want to do is be a probe of the United States government. Why can't you put me on stuff, right? Like Bobbi, Althoff or whatever the fuck her name is. She's a government spy, man. She's an industry plant. That's what she is. That's the combination of words I was looking for. She's an industry plant. And it's so clear, like it's unbelievable. And now I'm starting to hear word that she divorced her husband. That's real tragic. That's saddening. That sickens me. But what I'm more interested in is, why did you delete that Drake video? Huh? Why did you delete that Drake podcast? It's kind of that I enjoy Drake. I enjoy his body. I enjoy his girth, his length. It's not every day that you witness such a fine stallion grazing in the fields. But it's just so tragic. It's so tragic that somebody like Bobbi, fucking Bobbi, is this person, this magical person that gets all the fame, all the wonder, all the views, all the money. And me? Who am I interviewing for my podcasts? My cats? The gangs that wander the streets around me? They're not gonna mess with a guy like this. They'll call me a sucker MC, man. They'll laugh me off the block. They won't let me play in their pickup games and shit. It's awful. It's awful. Life is unfair. People that become famous don't deserve it. Most of them, anyway. I think the only celebrity that deserves to be famous is probably, what's his name? Uh, Richard Nixon. Richard Nixon deserves to be famous. This is a guy that was a cool cat. He ran for president. He became president, and then he became impeached. So he was a little spicy in the, for what he did. He was real spicy that they had to kick his ass out. They kicked Bill Clinton out of the presidency for, getting his dick sucked by a secretary. Isn't that wild? How does that happen? Like, he could have done worse things, like bomb a bunch of fucking villages and whatnot. But oh no, this guy's getting pussy in the office. How fucking dare he, man? Like, since when is getting pussy a crime, Well, I know a couple ways how getting pussy is a crime, but I'd rather not go into it. It's deeply disturbing. But how he did it is not a crime whatsoever. I mean, if I was the ruler of the world, I would want my dick to get. I would like my penis to be, splundered upon by my secretary. I mean, who wouldn't, right? I mean, we had the opportunity to have a woman president in the year 2016, and she lost to a man that, he wasn't well liked. I think he's kind of funny. And, he had some interesting things to say about Mexicans. But this woman, she lost to him, and, that goes to show you, man. I saw a hashtag the other day that said, women don't wage war, they wage peace. How about, winning the presidential election? If the world is truly better with women running it, then how come they don't fucking win, How are they not the world rulers, the world leaders, I mean, Margaret Thatcher, she's a good example of a woman that made a place better. I think the United Kingdom should be grateful that they had such a powerful woman at the helm. It's ridiculous that they hated her. You could have lost those islands if she wasn't, in power. A strong woman in power, Who wants those, Argentinians to take British land, Like, like Margaret Thatcher is a boss bitch. Like, there's no other way of putting it. Very dominant, very I don't care what no man say. I'm the diggity dog out here. And she was, and she is. May she rest in peace, I hope she's playing golf or, crusading against more Argentinians in heaven. But, that's just how it is, man. What the hell am I talking about? All right, let's talk about Fortnite. Let's talk about video games, this generation of kids and young adults are ruined by video games. I hate it that I go to work, or I used to go to work, and I would hear in the lobbies, Mommy, oh, did you see the new Fortnite update? Blah, 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 blah. Like, even girls are playing video games, and that's sickening, too. Like, what happened to playing on the streets until it got dark? What happened to socializing and playing sports? That seemed to gone on the wayside to me, It's so tragic, man. Like, we're all so disconnected. There's no connection whatsoever. We have we rather grind for a cool looking hat than grind for a wife and kids. That's what we rather do today, man. But whatever. It's who cares. We're coming up on the end of the podcast, the shortest. Or are we? Do I go to 20 minutes? Oh fuck, I go to 20 minutes. Shit, that sucks. Let me do my ad break. What is this? This is a great value purified drinking water. with flavor enhancing minerals. This is what you call flavor? This is what you call flavor? I mean, I hear that bottled waters carry a lot more microplastics than what they expected. I love microplastics. I think they're very delicious, and I hope they clog up my cranium up here, so I don't have to think so much. Not that I'm the thinker. I'm not the thinker. I'm more so the patriot. The God gamer. A true American soldier, a soldier of God. That's what I consider myself. But yeah, what the hell? Yeah, I love microplastics. And I don't, listen, I have a bone to pick with all these fuckers that want to get rid of, plastic straws. Oh, we gotta save the turtles, we gotta save the turtles. Like, who fucking cares? Who fucking cares? How about you start by saving, all the other animals that we're genociding against? Like, we have fucking concentration camps for cows. If cows were sentient beings that could articulate words and thoughts, they would think, hey man, this shit is fucked up. Like, this is our Holocaust. And it is. Like, it's fucked up. Like, what we're doing to the cows, to the pigs, to the chickens. I don't much care for the fucking, I don't much care for the lambs or the sheeps, Some of them, you just use them for their fur, right? So, like, they got it kind of good. And then we have these breeding camps where we breed them. Like, that's so fucked up. Like, that's so inhumane, right? Like, I saw this one video on YouTube where, what was it? It was by that guy that made District 9. But he made this little short film where these lizards were enslaving people. And he had this one scene where, and they have breeding camps. And it showed, like, women, like, covered in black tar. And I guess they're being inseminated. Like, you nasty bitch. Like, that's not science fiction. That's fucking snuff shit. Like, you disgusting animal. Like, no wonder you're not directing big movies anymore, you fucking nasty, crusty bitch. Like, what's your problem, man? Like, you think I wanted to see that shit on a Saturday morning? What's wrong with you? Now I have to go to the bar and attempt to talk to these girls, and now I'm thinking about lizard people putting black tar all over my women and inseminating them. Like, that's nasty. Like, what's wrong with you? But who would get paid to star in some shit like that? Like, hey lady, you want to be in a movie? Oh, but you're gonna be, a victim of lizard people who rub black tar on you and get you pregnant. Like, who would sign up for that? Like, if this weirdo came up to me and said, hey, you want to be in a multi-million-dollar movie, but, we're going to do nasty shit to you, it's like, yeah, no. No thanks. How is this art, exactly? How is this, advancing the human society as we know it? It's not. It's just nasty snuff that you thought about, in a dark room. It's just, like, cut your shit, man. It's fucking weird. It's really weird. But yeah, about the turtles again, I don't give a fuck about the turtles. I don't care. Let them breathe in the straws and shit. I'm taking in microplastics right now. How come, what makes them any better, And then we have to talk about, like, dolphins, they're getting hurt by the sonars and shit because they're so powerful. Like, I mean, don't swim close to our boats and our ships, right? If it's so loud, you should know, like, okay, I'm not gonna be around that. Like, I don't go to a concert and, mindlessly, walk up to one of the speakers, and blow my eardrums out. Like, that's so silly. Like, why would I do that? You know, these whales and these sea creatures should know better. Like, why are you swimming towards the Lounge Sound? Like, what's your problem? Anyway, this is the end of the podcast. Thank you guys for supporting me. Yeah. See you next month when I record the next one. Take care.